welcome back. Sorry for the break, but unfortunately YouTube stops us. Anyhow, so Mike, as we were just talking about, the Saints obviously found a weakness, took advantage of it. Colts could have won that game. They could have easily won that game.
The defense easily killed them. I mean, offensively, you know what, Donald Brown, Joseph Adai, you know what, for the offense they run, that's fine.
And they had a phenomenal game. If you ask me, I
think Joseph Adai had one of the best games of his career.
And might have won the MVP if they had won.
Yeah, I would have given it to him over Peyton Manning. I think yards-wise, yeah, he wasn't, he didn't have, the most. But you know what? 77 yards and a touchdown on 13 carries, it's fine.
That's more than enough. And hey, Donald Brown, 4 carries, 18 yards. Some of his longest was that 5-yard first down on third down, I believe, right?
Yeah.
That was a big play. I felt like overall, like I said, the defense broke down in the second half. But like I said, Peyton Manning was someone that he just lost it. And actually, this is what I was going to say. When Peyton Manning threw the interception, okay, hear me out, guys. He went after Tracy Porter, trying to stop him from scoring.
And he got his ass blocked.
Yeah.
Hard.
Where was Reggie Wayne? Oh, that's right. Reggie Wayne stopped and watched. If you go back and rewind and see what Reggie Wayne did, he didn't even bother trying. This is the Super Bowl, buddy. You're paid to play football. It doesn't matter if your quarterback made a mistake and threw the ball early. Your job is to help fix them mistakes. And you stopped. You did not try. That annoys me. And I like the Colts, and I like Reggie Wayne. But that kind of stuff is what pisses me off. He turns around and all of a sudden sees that Tracy Porter's got the ball. Oh, let me see. Let me watch him go 50-something yards for a touchdown. No, instead, that key thing is probably one of the things that could have stopped that game from being 31-17. Granted they could have lost or would have lost, whatever you want to say. I think if Reggie Wayne tried, whether or not he would have caught up, just try. Because you can't rely on your quarterback
to make a tackle.
And then you see your offensive lineman running as fast as he can to stop him. And where's Reggie Wayne? He was the guy who was running the damn route. Come on. You freaking got to go after him. That pisses me off, Reggie. You got to make that play. I don't care how slow you are. The fact that an offensive lineman is running as fast as he can to get down there to make the tackle, that shit pisses me off.
I hear you. I mean, that being said, it's still Reggie Wayne. He's really not going to hear about it from anybody.
Of course not. Granted, Peyton Manning walked off the field, but hey, he calls Drew Brees, says, "Congratulations, good win. You did it. You beat me." Right? Yeah. It takes a lot of guts for a guy in that kind of game to lose. Reggie Wayne, where were you? Anyhow.
Yeah, but with that being said, as far as where do you go from there? After seeing that atrocious second half by the linebackers, you got to go linebacker for the Colts. I don't see any other way around it. I mean, I don't know if you think different. I mean, the offense is going to have when Anthony Gonzalez comes back next year, they're going to have 4 wide receivers. An offense you can almost compare it to the Saints, with 4 receivers who can all be valuable weapons.
Well, let's see what happens with this agreement between the Players Union and can you pull up the team needs? The Players Union and I'm sorry, guys. Between the Players Union and the NFL, and basically Roger Goodell screwing up everything, like usual. We're going to talk about that. But I feel like the Saints are going to wind up going linebacker as well.
Okay.
Their offense is obviously stacked. I mean, they probably could use...
they lose Reggie Bush, a running back in the late rounds.
Yeah, because Mike Bell screwed up. He should have had a touchdown. That slip was costly. I wasn't sold on Pierre Thomas. I'm never going to... hell, I have him in my fantasy league in Madden. I think he sucks there. But I do like Reggie Bush. I just feel like he's be a push out the door in New Orleans, granted as big as the franchise is. But I don't think they're going to go running back in the first round. I think that if I were the Saints, I think it's safe to say you're going to go defense. And defensively, it's either going to be a defensive lineman or a linebacker, being that Scott Fujita and the rest besides Cedric Ellis and Will Smith. There's a weakness there, I believe.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, as far as just Saints needs defense, I guess secondary, I have to go because the guys are older.
Oh yeah,
Darren Sharper's older. I say safety.
He's a free agent as well, and so is Roman Harper.
But I mean,
again, depending
where
on
do the Saints go from here? What are their chances of repeating? Getting back to Super Bowl 45.
You know what?
Is it a one and done? Do they make the playoffs next year? Is it Super Bowl hangover team? What do you think?
They're in a weak division. Carolina's not going to be a good team next year.
Atlanta could come back,
I think Atlanta's going to be a weak team again next year. They need a lot of help in their secondary, but they could be good. But I think they will win their division.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think they will be where they are again this year.
Under or over, how many wins do you think Saints can go for next year?
Being that they're 16 games, I think they're going to go 9-7.
All right. I'll give them 11 wins. You got a couple easy division games. If Carolina's not that good, and Carolina played good down the stretch, they beat the Saints. But I say 11 wins for the Saints next season, 11-5, and for the Colts, I'm going to just 12-4.
12-4 sounds about right. Maybe 11-5. Both for both teams, both winning their divisions. As far as Colts draft-wise, I think it's obvious they're going to go, like you said, linebacker or defensive tackle. They've been very weak at defensive tackle for the last few years. Granted, I was giving them a lot of credit in our last segment about how good they were stepping up this year. Doesn't mean how good they will be in the future. And that's always a big thing. It's how are they going to do in the future. So I think in the first 2 rounds they have to go a linebacker and then a defensive tackle, vice versa. I think it's also safe if they go a safety or possibly a cornerback. I feel like every team is safe taking a defensive position, especially as a very defense-heavy draft.
Yeah, it depends on the system. You can rotate defensive players in and out. You can make them a decent football players.
Yeah. And with the safeties, I feel like they could wait on the safety because there's so many damn safeties that are going to be good. I feel like in this year's draft, there's going to be a lot of damn good safeties in this league.
Definitely. Well, I mean, you know what? That's Super Bowl. The Saints won it 31-17.
Congratulations.
That just about does it for a Super Bowl. That might do it for football for the most part. Time to move on to other sports, baseball.
Well,
the Olympics are coming up. Olympic hockey. You'll have your Olympic hockey updates.
He'll be watching that more. So pay attention to Twitter.
Go USA.
Yeah, of course.
Speaking of that, you can follow us on Twitter. It is twitter.com/MikeJohnShow. If you want the URL, search Mike John Show, whatever the hell you want to do, find us. Our Facebook page, I don't have a URL for that. Just search in Facebook, the Mike and John Show. I'm sure you'll find us. I'm going to write this on the bottom. I got links on the side here. Don't worry about it. And again, if you're in the Hudson Valley area, you want to join a football league, it's going to be a lot of fun. Just search Six-Man Football, Tackle Football on Facebook. Again, another link in the side we're going to put. It should be a lot of fun. Any last words?
Well, just an update on our next couple segments that I feel like we're going to do. We were talking about this before. We're going to have a show about Roger Goodell.
Yes, I have some things to say about him. You don't want to miss the Roger Goodell.
We're going to obviously do our draft picks.
Yes.
We're going to go full extent now.
Yes.
We are going to go over and probably redo our top 10 along with go from our 10 and more.
It's going to keep changing.
Football-wise, we'll go with that.
We'll get our draft in. We'll get our MLB preview show in.
MLB preview. We're going to have a show about where's Johnny Damon going.